Well, we're here at Indian Creek Farm with Shanna Gish. Shanna is having just an unbelievable start to the week so far. Tonight, 2-year-old pleasure driving futurity world champion with Stony Point Cimarron. 3-year-old pleasure driving reserve world champion with Indian Creek Seahorse Sam. And then we just decided, why not 4-year-old Western pleasure stallions and geldings, Cherrydale Galileo reserve grand national champion. Shauna, I don't even know. I mean, every horse that you put in the ring, looking the part, doing their job. What was? I mean, leading up to this horse show, did you think you were ready for a great week like this so far?
We've had quite like 2 different strings going all year. Some here, some there, just working in the schedules, and then we finally get them all together, and they all got here healthy, which was amazing. So yeah, they were working great at home. And they got here and they were all healthy. So when we moved into Saturday and we had 18 horses all eating, we were really happy. Yeah, so
Exactly. We know the feeling.
Good, yeah.
Tell us about the 2-year-old, the winner tonight, Cimarron. How's this one bred, and how's this one been to kind of bring along a break?
He is out of Cachet, Hall of Fame broodmare. She actually had 3 other winners today, I think, in addition to him. So go Cachet. By Indian Creek Highlander, who is out of our other mare, Long Acres Broadway. So Highlanders had several, like Indian Creek Mastermind and some really, really nice babies. So that's this year's full crop, you know, so we're pretty excited. And he just came right along. We showed him at Jubilee. It was kind of a close trip this year for us. So we showed him at Jubilee, got him out about a month ago, and then he just showed up here really strong. So he's a sport.
Well, crossing the Broadway and the Cachet lines, what do you see out of each of those lines that comes through in this horse, Cimarron?
You know, we get a lot of with this particular colt, it was Cachet's first chestnut she'd had. Really? We'd had like 11 or 12 bays in a row, and he has a full sister at home that we just turned back out to grow up. And she's also a chestnut. They could be bookends. So we were really surprised. We didn't know she could have a chestnut, but she did. And but we got the prettiness from Broadway, and we got Cachet's neck. And then both of them throw good hocks, so that for him, he's a lot like his daddy Highlander. He's just a real punchy colt, long enough necked, and just wears his bridle really well and everything. So I'm trying to wear my bridle like he is.
Yeah. We all do the same thing there. Right. Well, I mean, I always liked Highlander. I remember seeing him as a 2-year-old at New England all those years ago. Let's Seahorse Sam. Tell me about this horse, reserve world champion tonight in the 3-year-old futurity.
Yeah, he did real well in the 2-year-old. I think we ended up 3rd last year. He's by Sea Dragon, which is the first time we bred to him. We love this colt. But he is out of KDS About Face, who's by Trinity, but she is the mother of Indian Creek Major Finney that I won all those classes with. He won as a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 4-year-old before we sold him to Shambles. So it's her next foal. So he's coming right along, and Mallory's going to ride him tomorrow night in a 3-year-old English Pleasure. So he rides and drives. I haven't driven him all year, but with the futurity, we're able to jump in without qualifying, so we can do both. So it's anyway, the hecklers. So we're real excited about that colt, and he's a great big colt, and I think he's going to show really well tomorrow night.
So I was texting a friend, and I'm like, man, you know who's killing it this week is Shauna. And then all of a sudden you're back with a Western horse. I'm like, what is happening? It was the absolute next class.
That was scheduling, really not good scheduling for me, but it worked out because it just keeps you on a roll. Yeah. I think once you get on a roll, you just kind of keep pumping them out. And we've got a great staff here, and all my assistants and Mallory and Shay and Maynor and everybody back in the barn, they just kept rolling them out. And I had on all of my clothes at one point under my driving clothes. So I had the chaps and the spurs and the boots underneath a robe so it was getting pretty hot there at the end, but it was good. It was good. He was ready to go, and he had a good trip. He got a little scared at the end gate tonight, so hopefully we can get that cleaned up and have a clean go back in the championship.
Well, 3 different breeding programs. This one, Cherrydale Galileo. What's this one about?
He is out of the same mare that and now Gabriella, Cherrydale Gabriella. He's by Tony. Okay. The other horse that I had, the Cherrydale Total Eclipse, is out of Gabriella, but my Millennium. So when Kathleen called me when he was coming 3-year-old and sent me a picture, she was like, yeah, here's your next one. So, yeah, it was a good thing to have, and he's just a beautiful colt. And Pat West and Bill Sheen bought him as a 3-year-old, and then we sold him to Janie Denning. She just had to have him this spring. So she bought him, and we've just been able to go along with him. But he's just a beautiful, beautiful horse. So
you did a great job with that one today.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations on a great night and a great start to the week. Just keep it going the rest of the week. That's all you got to do.